Hello everyone, my name is Masha and today I'm going to be speed knotting this beautiful bracelet. Hello and welcome to my first knot with me in a pretty long time actually. I used to do these videos quite a lot, but I stopped for some reason. Anyway, if you've never seen a knot with me video of mine, it is not a tutorial, which is why the footage is sped up. It is just me making a bracelet and talking to you guys about something, you know, whatever comes to mind. Today we are going to be talking about the bracelet that I'm making and, you know, also some other stuff. So the bracelet that I'm currently working on in this video, as I said, the pattern will be linked in the description for you if you want to make it for yourself. But this is a bracelet for one of the winners of my competition. As some of you know, when I hit 10,000 subscribers, I launched a competition to celebrate that. And by the way, it's amazing because the competition hasn't even finished yet and I already hit 20,000 subscribers, so thank you guys for that, that's amazing. But yeah, if you want to find out more about the competition, check out my community post because I post there about it as well. It's still open right now, it's going to close at the end of July, so you still have a chance to enter and to win something. But one of the winners requested that I make this specific bracelet for them. They were the ones who chose the pattern and the colors as well. And they chose this cute, well, you'll see it a little bit later, but they chose this cute little pattern with little paws in the center. So it's made up of diamonds, and then there's a paw in each diamond. And the color combination is black and white, and also a gradient of dark blue to light blue. And I had a lot of fun picking out that gradient. It took me a little while to do because I have quite a large variety of strings, and I needed 5 colors, I think 6 colors actually. So I was picking out the blues for a while, but to get the perfect match, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. So yeah, I actually made this bracelet first. I made probably like 4 or 5 diamonds before I decided to drop it, because while I was making it I realized that the edges of the bracelets were so wonky, and I thought I cannot send that. I cannot send a bracelet that I'm not happy with to a competition winner. So I ended up remaking the bracelet entirely, even though I was like half done, nearly actually finished. The reason I decided to remake it is because in the first time that I made this bracelet, I thought I would wing it and not use the straight edges technique, which if you guys know, I did a video on it. I'll link it in the description for you guys if you want to check it out. But basically in the straight edges technique you need to add 2 extra strings to stabilize the edges, sort of as the sides. And I didn't do that for the first bracelet because I didn't want to add 2 extra strings. I thought, I might as well just wing it, you know, I think it should be fine. Didn't turn out fine, the edges were really wonky. So the video and the bracelet that I'm making here in this video, I am using the straight edges technique, and it turned out much better. It still turned out a little bit wonky. You'll see in the end, and I think I talk about it in the end shot as well, that I wasn't entirely 100% happy with how the edges turned out. But I know that I put in 100% of my effort into making the edges straight, because I did use the straight edges technique and I did try to make them as carefully as I could, so I'm not too particularly worried about that. I think it's just because in the areas like what I'm doing now in the video as well, in the areas where there is more color, so where the gradient is, where the sort of the colors interact with each other, it sort of tends to pop out more just because of the way the knots are positioned. So that's just sort of, it's the pattern. There's not much I can really do about it. So yeah, I tried, I put in 100% of my effort, so I'm not too worried about that. But that is something that did bother me slightly. Anyway, I wouldn't have ever chosen this this pattern, this bracelet, if the winner hadn't chosen it for me. This is completely out of my comfort zone, not something in the style that I ever would have chosen, which for me made it more interesting because I like to give myself a challenge. I like to do things that I never would have chosen. I do have, I feel, like a certain style of bracelets that I prefer, or just like a certain, I don't know, type of bracelets that I prefer to make and like to make. Usually it's ones that are easy to segment knot, but this one wasn't too difficult either. It's just, I don't know, this one just really wasn't in my style, it wasn't in my comfort zone. So I really enjoyed that aspect of it because I never would have chosen this, but making this was really fun because of that. So yeah. Sorry. I have been in and out of the post office quite a lot recently, and I'm really excited about that. As you guys may know, I have a Patreon where you guys can support me with donations to help run this channel, and as a reward for some of the tiers, so Patreon basically is divided into different tiers, so depending on what you donate you get different types of perks, and one of the tiers, the perk is that you receive a bracelet from me. So the first bracelet that I sent out was to a patron of mine, and I think she hasn't received it yet. She's about to, like today or tomorrow or something. So yeah, I'm really excited for them to get all of their awards as well, but also these competition winners. This bracelet has already been sent out to the winner. There was also another bracelet that I did that I didn't film, that I'm going to post when the person receives it because it's a surprise. This competition winner chose this bracelet and chose the colours, whereas another winner decided not to choose anything and sort of said that I can go with whatever I feel like going with, and it'll be a surprise for them. Sorry, I'm sort of getting over being sick, which is why I hadn't posted for the past week. I was sick, so you can hear my voice sort of, you know, recovering from that, which is why I'm coughing a little bit. But yeah, I've been in and out of the post office quite a lot because of that, because I've been sending these bracelets out, and also I've been sending thank you cards to my Patreons as well. And I've been loving it. There's something about sending physical items through the post, or physical mail, or even just like, you know, cards and letters, that really is sort of, I don't know, romantic, I guess? Not in like, I don't know how to say it. I feel like that's like a Russian word that I'm looking for that I can't really find in English. Because I speak Russian as well, for somebody that don't know, I'm Russian, half English, whatever. Yeah, I guess romantic isn't the exact word, but there's something like enchanting about sending physical items to other people through the post that I've never really had the reason to do before. Yeah, I've never really had the reason to send something through the mail. So I've been really excited to have that opportunity now, and sending things to other people through the post has been really rewarding. I love sending things. I love packaging things, first of all. The way I package my bracelets now might change in the future, but right now I buy cards, and then just like sort of like a birthday card, but not happy birthday written on it, just like some cute design or something. And I write something in the actual card, and then I sort of tape the bracelet down in the card, and then I send it like that. And I don't know, just the whole process of writing the card, packaging it, and then writing the address on the envelope, and then going to the post office and like sending it. I don't know, there's just something about that that feels magical to me. Yeah, it's great. I love it when people text me and message me and say like, oh, I just received your thank you card, or I just received your bracelet, and I'm being happy. That makes me happy. So yeah, anyway, what I am leading to, sort of, is that I am actually going to be opening a PO box pretty soon. I've already applied for it and I've already paid for it, but it takes a little bit of time to set up. I think it said that it was going to be about a week or so before they actually set it up and get the process running. So if you guys want to send me something through the post, you will soon have the opportunity to do so. So if you want to send me something, you can already start preparing whatever that is that you want to send me, and as soon as I know the address of my PO box, I will let you know, so you can do that. Sort of what I had in mind for this would be you guys maybe sending me postcards from where you're from. I would love that. That sounds amazing. Or just letters or something. Or maybe your bracelets if that's something that you feel like doing. If you want me to reply, which I'm absolutely down to do, at least at the moment, because I'm not like really that big of a YouTuber right now. I feel like I can handle the load. I would like to reply to you. So if you decide to send me a letter or card or whatever, if you want me to reply to you, leave your return address somewhere and I most definitely will try my best to reply to absolutely everybody that I get messages from. So I am really looking forward to getting a PO box. I know that some of you have already told me that that is something that you're interested in doing, and that is absolutely something that I'm interested in doing, especially now that I said I've been sending out stuff through the mail. I really enjoy it. I really genuinely enjoy it, and I want to have more reasons to do that because that sounds absolutely amazing to do. Anyway, I've been talking for over 10 minutes now. Wow, I chat a lot. But yeah, you can see that this bracelet is now coming to an end. You can definitely tell in this video that I'm actually like segment knotting this bracelet. I'm not doing it row by row. And if you don't know the difference between the row by row method and the segment knotting method, I'm not going to go into detail now, but I do have a beginner's guide video in which I describe both of the methods if you want to check it out. But yeah, I'm definitely segment knotting this bracelet, and not regretting that decision. That went pretty well. I think I made this bracelet, the footage that I had was, I think, like 3 hours and 20 minutes, but there is, I don't know how long, but like probably half an hour or something that I missed. You might have seen it in this time lapse, you might not have noticed, but there is one of the files got corrupted, so yeah, one of the files is completely missing, so it took more like 3.5, 4 hours to make this bracelet, I guess. Also, you're gonna see that I didn't do any type of tie. That is what the winner requested. So I think I also say that in the end card. I film the end card first and then I do the voiceover, if you're wondering. So I don't actually remember what I said in the end card. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know what to say now because the clip is gonna end really soon. But yeah, gonna open a PO box soon. Keep an eye out for that. And thank you for watching. And there we go, the bracelet is complete. Now I did leave some string off to the side. I didn't make any ties for this bracelet because, as I said, this is going to one of my competition winners, and they requested specifically that I do this because they want to attach their own crimp ends to the bracelet once they receive it. I quite enjoyed making this bracelet. It's a style of pattern that I've never really tried before, and thus I found it quite enjoyable to try out. I really like how I chose the colors because I think the gradient works really well here. However, I'm not a big fan of how I made the edges of this bracelet. Now, I tried my best to keep the edges as straight as I possibly could. I used the straight edges technique and I tried to make my knots very carefully, especially on the edges, but yet it's still, where the colors are coming through, it ended up being a little bit more bumpy than I would have liked it to be. I don't know, maybe I'm just a perfectionist and I want it to be exactly perfect, but that is something that sticks out to me when I see this bracelet. Anyway, the pattern for this bracelet will be linked down in the description if you want to check it out and make the bracelet for yourself. Once again, a huge shout out to all my patrons, but especially Sunshine, Tia, Izzy and Lisa, who are my top supporters on Patreon. And if you want to become a patron as well, the link is in the description for you to sign up and get exclusive perks. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you ever make anything based on any of my videos, even this one, even though it's not a tutorial, I always love to see your guys' creations over on my Instagram, so don't forget to tag me in the posts that you make. I post videos every Wednesday and Sunday, and I will see you on Sunday. Bye!